Mr. Jones, you touched on it a bit. Alexander Gustafson's taller than you, got a great jab, but used a lot of knee kicks and distance game. Plus, he's been hit a lot with overhand rights. Is that something you're looking at? Are you going to use wrestling, or will you give anything away on?
I could use you for my camp. Malky, you want to get his information and.
Hey, John, DanTheWolfman. DanTheWolfman here. When do I get to join camp?
Man.
Even though I've made videos on how to be you, that you've probably seen, like how to deal with your leg kicks, your knee kicks, and stuff.
That's so funny.
You don't hate me for that, right?
You respect the game, man. You know the game. You know what you're talking about, and yeah, you're pretty credible.
Well, thank you, sir.
DanTheWolfman for ProMMANow.com with the one and only Fabricio Verdum. How's it going, sir?
Hey, man. Third one, okay, is lead side kick to the knee. Okay, in MMA, all but 2 states and pros, all but 2 states is allowed. I've been, proponent of that, putting videos out online in mixed martial arts forums, and it seems one camp in particular is paying attention to that. See Carlos Condit using that to affect on Nick Diaz and occasionally the high kick, but he doesn't know what angle. He didn't know what angle kick Diaz was doing, and that's kind of what this is for. Or John Jones against Rampage, another good example of that. So the third one's going to be side kick to the knee. Just be careful in training, but you're going to use your heel. The side kicks basically lift up here and out. Fourth one is an oblique kick. Okay, mostly Savat style. This is particular Italian chasse basse from Savat, up and out. That's usually how I do. You can also do it with sweeping motion. It's faster. That's usually when he's moving forward. Okay, but up and out has a little more power, like a piston, up and down and out, up and down. So that's 4. So the first 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, by the second time you hit the guy in the knee, he's going to say, I don't like this no more. Okay, he might switch, or instead he might just kind of instinctively do like a check up the center line, or if he's smart, he points the knee and brings the heel up to the butt and comes in with a punch and knocks it in my butt. But most guys haven't gotten to that yet. Then 3, then 4. 5, any kind of lead leg side kick. 6, chasse oblique kick. Another one, if you want to be Ong Bong style, Muay Boran, ancient Muay Thai style, you want to be John Jones, he goes for the kick, and then it's in like the top. Oh, we're swinging over. Rep, 1, 2, 6. So it's just a full. Okay, so I'll show that again. Here, here. Okay. Now, from here I got options. One thing I would like to do here, come in with that knee, elbow, spinning elbow. Okay? So a little bit Muay Boran, a little bit John Jones style. Here. Okay. Boom. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. 6, 7, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 15 push-ups. Normal push. So I'm stepping here as if I'm coming for a takedown. I'm changing levels. Okay, change levels. But then I'm coming here to the spin. Oh. Okay, so this one here. Guillotine. Power assist guillotine is instead of this grip, or even if you have this grip, you can rotate your hand underneath, turn up the volume, palm up, and push it up. Now this is really, really nasty. Good for standing, good on the ground, good on the knees. John Jones did this to Ryan Bader on the ground, and he did it to choke out Lyoto Machida on the feet. So here, this is how John Jones does it. Okay, so even if you have this grip, especially against the cage and stuff, or you just snap the guy to the front turtle position, I can rotate it up. So there's power assist guillotine. Just sprawl on the guy, just snap him down, boom, power assist. Just quick kill him, just lift up to the side. Just extend and yank the guy up, but keep some body control over him. So that's just a horribly quick kill from here, and no one does it from the front turtle, front headlock position. So right here, I snap him down, I got my chin strap, and right away, I just slide it through to the wrist, and I go for the quick kill, power assist guillotine. See, I'm trapping his head and body with my chest. So as soon as I get that snap down, we're gonna go. Do you mind if I give you one more time with it? Okay, so I'm here, boom. Okay. Sorry, you missed the angle. It's too fast, I'll just go slow. So his head was in my ribs under the armpit. I shuck it to the center of my chest, my solar plexus. Whether I go for the 10 finger, maybe get low. Okay, yeah. So either for the 10 finger, I come in, I hop my knees in, and I roll this in, and I fold his back. Or for the power assist, I shove it through, and I can even post, but he might roll his back if I gotta know I gotta follow it. Or here, and I just quick kill him here. Trap his head somewhere. Here, power assist, John Jones grip. There. Or even if he had posted and he turned, go ahead, go to your back. So release pressure, they can still follow and stay on it. So. Or turn up the volume power guillotine. This is like how John Jones actually had the neck turned on the cheetah. Let's see, it was left arm, it was this way. He had his chin turned out so it was the neck crank, and he had the power assist hold. Power assist not this way, but underneath. And then neck crank, neck breaker, and choke same time. That's how John Jones got the out of cheetah. So just know nowadays, if you get standing, you have to drive the guy, or even on the street, try and drive the guy into a wall. Have this underhook and go to the trap already. Put the palm to your behind your head or to your forehead, whichever style you like to do. And then it's just about stuffing his arm. Go to his wrist, stuff it, knee staple over it is what you're gonna see most of the time in MMA. He's just gonna knee staple here, and I'm laying heavy across the chest. And then ground and pound is very, very big. Now, to get TKOs in MMA, what you wanna do is go heavy, 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 fast, 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 heavy, 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 fast, fast, fast. When you got the energy, you're gonna do the face palm elbows. You're gonna put your weight, cover his mouth smother. It sucks for him anyway. Drive your weight up and drop the elbow. Drive your weight up and drop the elbow. You put your weight over your shoulder, boom, and drop. Let gravity do all its work. Drop all your weight, boom. So that's what you do. Do 3 of those in MMA, bam, 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 and then go fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then maybe you do a stretch out rear elbow. Don't hit the back of the head, but hit that ear, the jaw, that's okay. Do some rear elbows, and then go heavy. Stretch it up, heavy, heavy, and then fast, 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 fast. Okay, that will get your TKO stoppage like Sarah McMahon got in the UFC. Man, Jesus crucifix everyone. You know, a lot of people have done it. Again, I can just go here. I'm heavy in here, and then you just stuff it sometimes the elbow or the wrist. Stuff knee staple over. A lot of times right off passing, look for that and keep this heavy here. Now the way I prefer is to kind of set it up, lay across his chest and Chizori case Katami. I'm very, very heavy across his nipples now. Okay, here, stuff, step over. Now I rock forward and use my forehead as a post. Pull this wrist, forehead as a post, and pull the wrist to the butt. Triangle my leg here so I'm deep behind his elbow. This is much harder to escape because it's all about getting the elbow out. So once I'm here, I really control this guy. Number 1 submission. Lock down the 4 fingers, drop body weight. Even good guys you can still get with something as simple as that. Okay? Now, you can also work on the arm. Okay? So maybe the trap top wrist lock, he tries to get his arm out this way. Yeah, that way, boom, boom, and I got a top wrist lock here. Okay? Okay? Or roller lock. Or a throttle, top wrist lock, break his form. Okay? Get a compound fracture that way, real catch wrestling. Double wrist lock, straight armbar. Maybe you're fishing for it. Put that elbow on the ground to get high fulcrum. Not very high percentage. Dan Severn did in Pride once. But you can get the guy to tap right there or it's going to break. Maybe he rolls out of it, boom, and I go to a double wrist lock. 2 more. Okay. All from the crucifix. Besides that, I made up my own choke. You can see video of me teaching it to UFC fighter for all the ground and pound. John Jones, you are one of the world's best mixed martial artists, best martial artists in the world. Guys, let's show him the respect he deserves. Until now, people didn't give him the respect because we thought it was just his height. But in his last 2 fights, he showed against Gustafsson that he's got a chin, and now that he's starting to get more confident, he's becoming even more dangerous. Because Alexander hit him pretty good, and in this fight against Glover hit him 3 good left hooks and 3 good right uppercuts at least. Solid in the fight. I only watched it once. But congrats to him, open-minded mixed martial artist, always using new techniques, and he didn't just fight safe at range, he's starting to bleed more in his chin, meaning he's trying to be technically proficient, fighting masterful, putting the artist in mixed martial arts, putting the art in there, and fighting in all ranges of combat, trying to excel for perfection. Every day you train, try to get better at something and aim for perfection. I'm going to talk about the standing crooked elbow crank. I've had a video on it for probably like 4 years. and I have multiple videos on how to set it up on the ground, a crooked elbow crank, or Udi Garami, or entangled or bed arm lock, or on the ground the Frank Mir arm lock from Z-Guard. You can see me hitting this live from different positions in my huge, like, 300 plus technique video that I made. Anyway, against the cage here, in the over-under position, anytime someone has an underhook on you, just relax, you can just crank them, okay? You could just crank them. In the first round, he's done it about 4, maybe 5 times in the fight. He threw in this crooked elbow crank to mess up Glover's shoulder, okay? And elbow a bit, but mostly shoulder. Just turn here and bam, right there. You can see he's about ready to tap out. And this is one-handed. Now, you could be in here and you could just post, and in your dirty boxing and knee striking and elbows and shoulder punches, you can just throw it in hard, like a hook to the body, and then change it to a shovel hook to the uppercut angle. So the angle you want to do, if you want to just blast someone with this, you're going to back pivot and throw it like the hook to the body, if you really wanted to crank them, and then change the angle to an uppercut angle. So kind of like a shovel hook. I'm going to step back, counter pivot, like a check hook, but a check hook to the body, and then throw it up an uppercut to the head. So if I really wanted to break him, I could boom, like this. And then I'm in a great position to come back with the right elbow. So that's what he should have done, but he cranked it pretty good. So he posted him and threw it hard here. And you could see I could post here on his chest, on his throat. I could make a combination figure 4 here and crank it, lift up on my toes and my legs, and I can really jack it this way if I wanted to. Okay, so there's your standing, your power assisted up, or you could post on his chest, or you could crank him back this way and then come back in and down. Whack, whack. Okay, legs here. Boom, boom. Okay, I can back pivot with this here. See, he's stepping into it to counter hook, kind of like Dan Henderson did with the underhook against Shogun in their second fight. They had over-under position, and then Henderson back pivoted with that underhook. Back pivoted with that underhook, boom, to the hook against Shogun. I've shown that before off the forearm. John Jones, do this next time against the forearm too. You don't need that elbow crank. You can work on that arm if you're just loose here. Sometimes you're in here, this kind of position. Have an arm with a slight overhook. Overhook doesn't have that elbow. You can be in on the forearm. I have a video on this already. You can try to forearm break and look at him having to move to relieve tension. So if I did that, I can just try to snap him here and boom. Snap him here and elbow. In the open, if I'm here loose, sometimes when I'm striking and I get in the clinch, I throw the knee strike, and I have kind of a loose overhook on the guy. You can back pivot and go into that nasty hook to his chin or to his neck. You can back pivot and boom, I'm making him step into it. So guys, these are some dirty tricks you need to know. Boom, boom, I get him up for a second, just pinch him down here, and then I got the elbow. Okay, or transition. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look at my other videos on the subject. I think that covered it. Congrats, Glover's a really nice guy. I've chatted with him a few times. John Jones, thank you for the shout outs you gave me at press conferences, for saying that I definitely know my stuff. I appreciate it. Keep an open mind, all the young mixed martial artists out there. And now we have guys like Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida, and John Jones. When they fight, most of their fights, the fights that they win are like perfection. They're trying to win every second, every round. And now John Jones isn't just trying to win on the outside using his reach. He's trying to win the fights every second, every round, in every position. This is what you have to aspire to. Guys, thanks for your support. Please subscribe to my page if you haven't, and I'll catch you next time. Hey guys, DanTheWolfman, thecombatsystem.com, showing how to defend against the knee kicks. Okay, this is coming up important for like Chael Sonnen against John Jones. Vitor Belfort should have trained this, especially with his boxing blast against John Jones, and anyone who's now using side kicks and even oblique kicks to the knee. We'll cover the side kick to the day. Same thing for the oblique kick, but better for the side kick. Okay, if the guy goes for a side kick on my knee, right now we're going southpaw. Right now we're both southpaws. He's pretending to be John Jones, I'm pretending to be Chael Sonnen. Okay, if he goes for a side kick to my knee, I'm gonna point it and then go in with punches. Okay, and that could end up being like a 2-7-2 with shuffle forward. 2-7-2. Look at my feet. 2-7 Russian long hook 2, or it can end up being full on boxing blast. Okay, look high at me this time. It could end up being full on boxing blast with charging forward. Look down at my feet. It could end up being full forward like this. I could just blast the guy with straight punches, boxing blast style. Or it could be 2 shuffle 7-2, either way. Okay, so again, He goes to side kick my knee. 2-7-2 like that. See, the 7 might have came in through his guard, or the 2 might slip through his guard. One of those might 2-7-2. Or I could just blast him really hard. I'm gonna blast you hard this time with straight punches. With forward pressure, get him going backwards. Try and get someone like Jones to stumble, or against anyone who's side kicking at your knee. Let's see that again one more time. Make sure you're getting him. Back up if you need to. Okay, so that forward pressure gets him backpedaling on his back heels. Okay, so it could be boxing blast footwork or 2-7-2. I'll do 2-7-2 again. 2-7-2, you can try that first if you want. We'll both go to a traditional stance, left lead. Same thing. Okay, I can look to place my punches in there or really charge them with boxing blast. I'm gonna blast you this time, do it. Yeah, so it's really effective. Guys are not defending the knee kick. And all you gotta do is point your knee, look at my leg, point your knee and fall into the punch. Point your knee, fall in. Yeah, go ahead. Point, fall in, that cross. Okay? And you can do charge footwork, or you can do sliding footwork, depending on range. Fighting Jon Jones. Fighting Jon Jones is very difficult, obviously, because of his reach, but there's various things you can. So, just learn about distance, beating distance with certain kicks and techniques, because guys are going to have trouble with Jones has such a massive reach. Okay, most guys, both of them. Oh, DanTheWolfman here. I'm made for selfdefense.com. I forgot to show one thing that really Machida needs to do against Jon Jones, and people need to do against Jones and Anderson Silva in the future. Everyone in UFC now suddenly doing the chasse oblique kick, the direct kick to the knee. They're doing the side kick to the knee. I did side kicks to the leg and to the chest back in '98. Look it up. It's on my reel in my second MMA match. So guys are asking me online how to defend the kicks to the knee. It's really simple. You point your knee as in a destruction like a check, but pointing in as in my knee destructions. Look at my leg kick defense videos. Okay? And that gives you an opportunity to hit, because anytime someone's on one leg, their balance is off, you can close distance, which is how you need to fight Jon Jones. So this is something Machida and future opponents of Jon Jones, Anderson Silva, and other people that are kicking on the knees need to do. A lot of guys are doing the oblique kick. So this is what I mean by the kick to the knee. Side kick, sliding side kick, side kick. Guys are side kicking to the knee. This is the oblique kick to the knee. Chasse, either here or Italian chasse, chamber it up. Jon Jones did that twice of each to Rampage, I believe. Okay, so this is something Machida needs to do. When he goes to throw side kick to my knee, I missed. And if it hits anything, it's going to hit the point of my knee, which is where I want people to ever spike themselves on me like I'm a porcupine. Throw a side kick again. It hit my shin, and he fell forward. And you look at his face. All I did was move my leg out of the way, and I pointed it. So look at my leg here. I point it, and I go in with the cobra punch. Look at my weight. Cobra punch, leaping in, right hook, or cross step hook. You look at Shogun. Shogun's done that before, okay? And it's also good if you roll, cover, Rampage style. You can go in a step, the step cross. You usually don't cross your feet with the punches, but sometimes you can there. Okay, so he goes, here, I go in, cobra punch, and then boom. And like I said, Mike Tyson style, he got knocked out, he gets knocked down. Maybe that's what off balances Jones knocks him to the ground. It's gonna be so hard. But these are some of the stuff that Machida has to do. Again, for the second. Okay, so maybe I do this and this hits. This hits. Okay, it's not going to go down that easy, but it might off balance him to then go into like a karate boxing blast, like Machida did against Rampage. Or maybe you get the takedown. That'd be big against a wrestler like Jon Jones caliber. Okay, same thing obviously if a guy throws the chasse, G-direct, oblique kick to the knee. Sabat style, G-kudo, Wing Chun style, whatever. Okay, he goes to kick my knee here, I point it. They missed me again. Okay, but of course I'm going to point it and load my weight in. Right into the punch going first. Watch Manny Pacquiao, his left foot's off the ground, the punch goes first. Look at my Cobra Punch videos. I got 2 videos just on that alone. Okay, so he goes to kick. Now, of course, John Jones has longer legs, but this is a way of defending the kick and gaining the distance. And then in my earlier video, how Machida needs to fight John Jones, okay, with all due respect, obviously I'm not as good as Machida, but I do come from a karate background and I fight that style when I'm southpaw. It's a way of closing distance, and you get in the guy's mind, you can't hit your knee. Now I'm beating you your own game, Mr. John Jones. John, I like you. You signed my shirt. Thank you very much. But, Mr. John Jones, you're trying to kick my knee. I'm going to kick you back. You get in his head with the sliding side kicks to the knee, which makes up the distance, especially against his jab. Okay? So, give me a jab. You get a sliding side kick to the knee. Leaning back, that jab can never hit you no matter how long of a full arm he does. Punching down in it. Okay? And then he goes to kick my knee. Okay, I shuffle while I cross it. Kick my knee. Whoa! Like Dragon Ball Z. Go Shuriken on him. Okay? Dan the Wolfman, please subscribe to my YouTube page, DanTheWolfman1. And go to MMAforselfdefense.com. Thank you guys. Os. John Jones is hitting people in the knee. Give it back to him. So against his jab, you can do this. And you should use this attack often to mess with Jones's mindset. I like both guys, by the way. I'd love to be in either camp or just watching him. Okay, throws the jab. Jones will never reach, even with his super arms. Okay, his Dalhism arms from Street Fighter. So the sliding side kick to the knee is the longest attack. That's why Bruce Lee used it against the basketball player in Game of Death. It's the longest offensive attack there is a sliding side kick. Here, camera. It's the longest attack. When he goes to the knee 3, 4, 5 times once a minute, when Jones switches stance, that's a good time to hit it up to the stomach or chest area to try and knock the wind out of Jones. When he does switch stance, he stays static with his center. Okay? And also, if you really get the guy hitting the knee where he sometimes defends. Hey guys, Dan the Wolfman, the comment system showing elbow defense, little theoretical. You know, maybe you're just covering, blocking a bit in a fight, but if you see the guys going for a lot of elbows back against the cage or a ring, you should know this stuff and practice it. Okay? I filmed this one before, I'm going to show it again. If he comes with his elbow, I'm going to meet it, accept it, and roll over the top open for the cut here. Okay? And then I'm going to go here and go down. So, I'm going to, maybe I can go ahead and throw an elbow. Maybe I just go here a couple times. We're fighting, we're elbowing the knee, we're getting in a dog fight that way and getting beat up. But I see that the guy's coming with the elbow a lot. I'm going to meet the angle, but his arm's going to crash through with his body weight more. So I got to roll. I'm going to roll over the outside and I'm going down with this elbow thing. Now, if this cool stuff happens after, great, that's a bonus. If it doesn't, okay, that's fine. But I'm going to go here to here, and then I can spin him through to an arm bar, put his head that way, or I'm going to spin him down here to control position. Okay, so if we're fighting an aisle or an airplane, a bus, stuff like that, for combatives, for military, it's really important. And then of course we got our as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one for the elbow. Give some energy. Work right up. Okay? Just really trying to hit me with the elbow, 75% or maybe. Maybe this angle would be better. You're getting his feet to it right now? And the elbow attack.
Javier.
Okay. So I call that rising sun throw. I have another video on it. This one, I'm going to meet it and come up underneath like an X block, but I'm not stiffing anything. This is a karate. Okay, I'm guiding and breathing. And I'm going to step in, and if I can trap that ankle, I'm going to rise his weight. See, he's lifting his weight usually. You guys are not going to throw it like this. We're going to lift and try to come over the top with that elbow. Okay. Now this is great for MMA or combatives, as you can see. If that throw doesn't happen, that's okay. But what I'm doing is I'm meeting it, rising sun throw, rotating this out, 1, 2. One's not enough to crash through it. Okay, that's not realistic. But if you get your timing down, then you step in, and here, slow, And then I get this here. And now because I'm rising up, it's off the back. Okay. And now what if someone came with a left right elbow? Boom, boom. They're going jab, cross, and then they go left elbow, right elbow. I might go underneath it. As a grappler, MMA fighter, a lot of times I have left hook or left elbow. I'm going to come underneath somehow. I'll just frame it up and be, you know, kind of instinctual. If it's kind of left elbow, right elbow, I'm going to go here, and probably just go kind of hip wide. End up with some kind of clinch or takedown off of that. Okay. So I'm just going to lift and get scared and see that elbow coming and get a little underneath it and raise it up and come to a hip block like I drive across a double leg basically. One more time. Here, I'm locking this hip and I'm driving across. Okay, so there's some elbow defense for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Go to my website, thecombatsystem.com, check out the t-shirts, check out the DVD specials. Thanks. Calibary position, beat down position. BJ Penn calls it, a lot of MMA fighters actually call it the beat down position. From here, I gotta try and get this arm back. I gotta try and get the arm back here, guys. This is the problem. So instead of trying to fight here, and you see guys do this, as he's hammering my face, come up like you're hammer fisting my head. He's gonna be punching me and hammer fisting me, or worse yet, switch to downward elbows, palm on the face, pressure down, downward elbows. Okay, what John Jones was doing. When he's there, what you should do is at least give him one good hit to take his mind off of it, a deep sistema-like hit. Okay, deep to the body. Watch my other videos to see how you hit deep to the body. You're gonna hit deep, grab your own knee, whip your legs up and down to get this arm back to the underhook. See that? I got the arm out. Okay, there's different ways he can be in a here's just a leg staple. This is common. Okay, a lot of times you can just stuff it and get the leg staple position like a guard pass and use the shin to defend it. I'm going to hit deep. Deep through the body. You can hear it. Actually, come up, get close on the hit. I'm going to hit him. Rest with me a second. Okay, see, he doesn't like that. Then I'm going to grab my knee and then I'm going to whip my legs around in a circle. Back up a little bit. I'm going to bring my knee, grab my knee, whip the legs up to the body and then down and away. Okay, and shove my arm out. Underhook. Then underhook escape out here, you know, UFC can't either. Okay, let's go live a second. He's got me. He goes to hit me. My face starts getting pounded. Hit him. Get it out and go. Okay. I just limped arm or wet noodled out of it that time because I felt that I could get out. So learning how to limp arm and wet noodle is very important. Again, try and keep me down. Okay, he's got me here. I'm going to hit him and grab my knee. Go to hit me. Hit him. Good. Move that out. Get out of there. It's not fun, but you hustle, hustle, hustle. Get. Crazy, right? You say it doesn't work, it works. Okay guys, DanTheWolfman here at thecombatsystem.com. I have a video, multiple videos on guillotine defense, the #1 guillotine defense that you should know. This is advanced. People say it doesn't work. It works. I just showed it. I can prove it all the time. It would surprise the guy and you get on top. Now, let's talk about MMA. MMA, the problem with the standing guillotine now, standing guillotine defense is when the guy drives you against the cage, he folds your body, you have a roll in your back, a circle in your back, it's caved in, and it gets compressed. If I put me in a guillotine, he's going to drive me with a cage and drive me in, push me in, push me in. Okay, and he's going to really, so anytime I get caught in the open here, sometimes in MMA you get caught with that drives you. You see, it bows my back. Look at the IFL super choke. I think it was Dan Miller maybe. And the guy's head is like touching his ears, touching his chest. It's sick. So, guys, you have to be aware in MMA, if you're caught in a standing guillotine, try a takedown, right? You can take down, right? Like Jason Button flu choke. I showed that in the last video. Don't get your back compressed against the cage. Have cage awareness. If I do get caught standing and you're getting driven to the cage, and I sense it behind me, I'm going to shove my foot out and keep structure. See, I can still talk a little bit, and this big strong guy's choking me. I have structure, guys. So, I wasn't getting choked a little bit, but I'm not choked. There's a difference between having a roll aroundedness in my back and structure here. So I structure here like a football ready stance, or where you sprawl from in wrestling training, the athletic stance. So I shove my butt out and I keep my spine pretty much straight, and it makes a huge difference. No one's told you how to defend it. I shove my butt out and I can defend. And then if you want to do this defense or grab it here, then you worry that you can sink your weight. I could go wrist control and sink my weight and keep my butt back and my back pretty straight. It's about spinal structure and spinal alignment to take away this choke. That's what's really, really, really important. Now, last ditch effort. If you were getting choked out and starting to go black, you had John Jones versus Machida, what could you do? I'll show it with one person and then another person. What could you do? If I'm getting choked here, okay, let's line you up so you don't get killed. I could do my crazy Russian guillotine defense, and I'm getting choked, and I could jump my body sideways and bang his face, and it'd be into the cage. I think I got the mat for him, and I'd be dragging his face all the way down. Now, it's a scramble, or maybe I get pinned and I get beat up. Yeah, you're not in a great position. But literally, I tried it very slow and just sunk my body sideways, and his face, he got a little thing on his face. I went super slow. That was without jumping sideways with my weight. It's a weight and pendulum effect throw. His face would go like here into a cheese grater. Sounds silly? Okay, but try it out. Maybe I know what I'm talking about. His face would go here and get dragged down, and maybe there's a scramble. Maybe you get pinned and you're still getting ground and pounded. But that's a last ditch thing instead of getting choked out. But most people, you can defend the choke to begin with if I keep this good strong structure. And then I could go here and here, hangman defense, trip them down. I could just sink my weight on the wrist. You know, but it's all with the structure. So even if I got hangman and wrist control, and then I started to go out, I go over his head the other way, and I go for the bang and the cheese grater, kick my body weight sideways, kick my feet flying man sideways, his face would go into the cage. Or maybe I'm strong enough, he's got me here, I'm going out, hey man, I got wrist control, even with my back straight, but most people can't get you here, okay, if you keep that structure, but even if it did, I could go here, and then I can wrap him and get him a neck crank, okay? Corkscrew defense, pendulum effect of using body weight, okay? Let's send you, really try and choke me? Choke, 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 choke. No, I'm in here. This is a good place to be. Yeah? Yeah. You think it's crazy? But it would work. So even if you have your back against the cage, keep that strong structure butt out, keep your spine aligned, then you can work all these other defenses. It'll stop most of the chokes. But if you see how much momentum I had with my weight, I fly my legs sideways and I fall, it literally draws his weight this way, and I push his leg, he has to roll. I'm making a ball out of him. He has to roll. He can't stop the roll, okay? Maybe he could post his arm, break his arm. To post his head if he's a really strong wrestler. Maybe stay on top, but unlikely. You're gonna surprise someone if you ever try this move. But don't get pinned up against the cage. Let me switch. Guys, make sure it's still recording. Grab the camera. So, last bits here. It's harder if the guys are super tall with long arms. Hence, John Jones, Yoda Machida. Now, Machida, I think it was the left arm. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was left arm. Maybe it was right arm. And the neck was straight sideways. So it was kind of like a neck breaker, and he was pinned against the cage, and his neck was kind of sideways. And then it's a choke, and like a neck crank, neck breaker at the same time. Ideally, if I was caught here, I would have a good frame instead of getting folded. So even if I'm caught here, I'm going to keep a good frame and defend. I can always sink the weight here, okay? Other possible defense, if I sink the weight, try and choke it. Try and choke it. Okay? Other possible defense is a corkscrew biomechanical takedown. If they got crazy, maybe I'm not. This big guy, I stop him with my structure to begin with my spine butt out. He's got me, he's cranking me. Even if I'm caught here, trying to get that space back. I'm caught here, trying to get that space back. As I get that space back, my neck's getting cranked. Here, corkscrew takedown. I break his structure, hitting his knee, trying to corkscrew twist him down. Hits him here, same time. Besides that defense, you could also do the other crazy one. This here will go very slow. So if I'm caught here, I'm going to go the other way. If I was getting choked out and I can't sink my weight enough, though you should be able to see that. I think I like this one actually. Sink your weight, jump it up and down, even if it's clicking your neck. Grab here, sink your weight. Corkscrew defense seems to work very good. If you wanted to, you could also go other side of the head, go to the leg, and then I would jump my legs here and bang him here. And she's great at here. And maybe I'm end up here, and maybe we're fighting, but I'm still in the fight. Okay? I'm not saying it's the best position, but I would cheese grate his face, and I would get my body sideways so I don't get choked out. So guys, there is your MMA guillotine choke cage defense. I don't want to see anyone in MMA getting choked out against the cage anymore. Shove your back out, at least do that. If you learn how to sink the weight, you could corkscrew defense. If you learn how to fly your body sideways, you think it's silly, try it. Make sure someone doesn't post their arm out. It's a very dangerous throw. You got to tuck your head in so you don't get spiked on your neck. You have to not post. But you can literally launch and throw the guy. If I'm choked on this side, I would put my arm over and I would fly my weight sideways and pulling his head and pushing his leg to the other side. And loads his weight so he can't. Your body weight literally makes him fall this way and then you push and it makes him somersault. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm DanTheWolfman, a little bit crazy, but try it out. Hope you like it. Thanks.